Black Drain Hollow stretches beneath Celadon City like the world's nastiest basement. Decaying sewer system where darkness meets sludge and the occasional coughing floats by like a toxic balloon. Industrial runoff, pools everywhere. Waste settles in streams that look like chocolate milk but smell like death. This world is dead to everyone else. But when the moon's X-rays hit sludge in a dirty stream, molecules start dancing. Life grows where it shouldn't. Two eyes blink open in purple goo. You wake up drowning in poison, but poison doesn't kill you. Poison is you. Your first breath tastes like industrial mistakes. Your first sight is darkness broken only by the sickly glow of chemical runoff dripping from a corroded pipe above. You are 0.9 meters tall, weigh 66 pounds, and you are literally made of sludge. You are a grimer. Your abilities include stench, which is exactly what it sounds like, sticky hold, which makes you the world's worst house guest, and poison touch, because apparently regular social awkwardness wasn't enough. You're basically a walking environmental hazard with self-esteem issues. You eat what others run from. Industrial runoff tastes like breakfast. Decomposing waste is lunch. Sometimes you squeeze into sewer pipes to drink filthy wastewater like it's a milkshake. No light, no friends, no expectations. Just endless garbage. And weirdly, this feels right. You're not fighting to survive down here. You're thriving. Every drop of poison that would melt others just makes you stronger. Every toxic puddle they avoid becomes your feast. This is home. Ugly, unwanted, but yours. But even in paradise, you're still you. You quickly learn that even among society's rejects, there's still a pecking order. Coughing drift past like your furniture. Ratata treat you like a speed bump. Even Zubat hanging from pipes pretend you don't exist. You're not just unwanted by the world above. You're invisible to the world below. And being invisible hurts worse than being hated. You try approaching some Ratata sharing moldy bread. They scatter before you get within 3 feet. Their reaction time suggests they've been practicing. You follow a coughing, thinking maybe poison types stick together. It floats away, leaving you in a cloud of gas that would kill anything else. But to you, just smells like rejection. You start to wonder if being made of toxic waste is really the social handicap everyone makes it out to be. Then the sludge starts acting weird, agitated, like it knows something you don't. Rumbles echo through walls. Pipes groan like they're in pain. You watch older muck abandoning territories they've held for years, squeezing into cracks like purple toothpaste. Coughing drift away in nervous clusters. Ratata evacuate in tiny stampedes. Then you smell it. Bitter, metallic, wrong. Like someone opened a can of industrial-strength regret. Every grimer knows this smell. It's coded into your DNA like a nightmare you inherit. The great flush is coming. Every few cycles, the city dumps everything toxic it's been saving up into the system at once. A chemical tsunami that melts anything too slow to get out of the way. You're definitely too slow. And probably too stupid to live. Time to prove yourself wrong on at least one of these accounts. The only escape is down. You squeeze into maintenance tunnels that humans abandoned when they realized maintenance was optional. Your body flows through cracks that shouldn't fit anything solid. But you're not solid. Your liquid stubbornness held together by spite. The deeper you go, the weirder it gets. Sludge glows down here. Walls hiss when you touch them. The air smells dangerous, which for you is saying something. You ooze through a buried chamber with words carved in corroded metal. Sylph Company, Emergency Overflow Station. Ancient machines rust in corners like robot skeletons. Pipes feed into tanks that haven't been cleaned since the last ice age. The contamination here is vintage. Concentrated. The kind of pollution they don't make anymore. It's like finding a wine cellar, except the wine is industrial waste, and you're an alcoholic. You're not just hiding anymore. You're learning. The sludge burns at first, but you adapt. You start reading chemical signatures like a menu. This pipe tells you about pressure. That drip warns about temperature. You watch coughing float in patterns. Their movements like a weather report for toxic surges. You're learning to speak fluent environmental disaster. It's not a skill you put on resumes, but it keeps you breathing. But learning the system is just the beginning. Survival means staying invisible to the things that hunt you. Cleanup crews patrol these tunnels weekly, armed with suction equipment and containment units. They scan for biological anomalies. That's you. The first time they almost catch you, their vacuum hose latches onto you. Your body yanks backward, chunks of sludge peeling away. Then sticky hold kicks in, anchoring you to a pipe so hard it bends the metal. The machine sputters, fails. You stay still long enough to hear them curse and leave. After that, you can hear the whir of their gear 3 tunnels away. Some areas are too toxic even for you. Crystallized acid formations that would dissolve you on contact. Pools of industrial solvent that bubble ominously. You map these death zones in your head, learning safe routes through the maze of chemical warfare. Sticky hold is a mixed blessing. It saves your life, but it also turns everyday movement into a trust fall with gravity. You brush against an old wrench. It clings to you like your old friends. Takes half a minute to shake it loose. Lesson learned. Move like water, not glue. Then come the mini flushes, aggressive chemical surges that hit without warning. Smaller than the Great Flush, but still deadly surges of concentrated waste. You start to notice the warnings. A change in the air pressure. A metal groan that doesn't echo right. You don't think. You run. 1 second slower, and you're paced on the floor. And sometimes you find evidence of others who weren't fast enough. Purple stains on tunnel walls where Grimer once lived. Empty spaces that still smell faintly of sludge. The system claims casualties regularly. You're getting better at not becoming a stain. There's a croconaw down in the flooded sections. Probably got flushed during a cleanup and decided to make the best of a bad situation. Angry, territorial, and hungry for anything that moves slowly enough to catch. Which includes you. It calls echo through chambers like dinner bells. Except your dinner. You learn its schedule. Croconaw are creatures of habit, and you're a creature of not wanting to die. One day you find another Grimer melting in a chemical pocket. Smaller than you, weaker, dissolving like ice cream in the summer. You recognize the look. It's the same expression you wore when you first realized the world was bigger and meaner than your corner of it. Also, it looks exactly like you would if you were dying, which is either coincidence or really depressing foreshadowing. You wrap around the smaller Grimer, feeding it safer sludge from your own body, sharing poison. It's like a blood transfusion, except grosser and more likely to result in a mutation. Suddenly, you understand family. For creatures like you, family isn't about DNA. It's about finding someone else who understands what it's like to be everyone's last choice. The smaller Grimer looks at you with gratitude. You've never seen that expression directed at you before. You could get used to it. You start teaching survival skills, how to read chemical signatures, which tunnels flood first, where to hide when pipes start screaming. You mark walls with ooze to track time, like a calendar written in industrial accidents. Every 3 days, the warning hum returns. You're not just surviving anymore. You're planning. Building something that might generously be called a life. Having a friend makes the apocalyptic sewer system feel almost cozy, but then you notice something wrong. Your companion is getting sick, not from the environment, not from bad chemicals, from you. Their purple coloration fades. Their movements grow sluggish. They start dissolving at the edges like they did when you first found them. Your poison touch ability doesn't just affect enemies. It affects everyone you're close to. You try everything. Find the cleanest water you can. Share only your safest sludge. Keep them in the most protected spots. Nothing works. The closer you get, the sicker they become. Your very presence is toxic to the thing you care about the most. It's not just your body that's poison. Your love is poison too. You start staying farther away, watching from a distance. Your companion improves when you're not around. Gets worse when you return. The message is crystal clear. The best way to protect your family is to abandon them. You've become good at reading chemical signatures. This one says, you are the problem. But your companion won't let you leave. Every time you try to go, they follow. Getting sicker, getting weaker, but refusing to give up on you. They'd rather dissolve than be alone. And you can't decide if that's the most beautiful or most heartbreaking thing you've ever seen. Maybe both. This is what loving someone while being toxic feels like. You wouldn't recommend it. You find an old filtration vault where perfect sludge flows through vents like a chocolate fountain made of environmental violations. Rich, pure, and absolutely delicious, 'cause you're into that sort of thing, I guess. You drink like it's the world's healthiest milkshake. Your companion heals. You both grow stronger. And something starts stirring in your core, evolution knocking at your cellular door, so to speak. Your body preparing for an upgrade you didn't know you qualified for. You drink deeply from the filtration vault. Too deeply. The rich, concentrated sludge floods through your system, faster than you can process it. Your body starts changing whether you want it or not. Evolution beginning without permission. Your sludge reorganizing itself, getting denser. Your temperature spiking like you're running a fever made of chemical reactions. Then the flush decides it's done waiting. The chamber shakes like an earthquake made of industrial waste. Pipes scream. A black wave of chemical death barrels down the tunnel like a tsunami with anger management issues. Your companion freezes in terror. Then the Croconaw shows up, because apparently your day wasn't awful enough already. The Croconaw sees easy prey and decides to make your last moments even worse. You push your companion behind a pipe and do something stupid. You don't run. You stand there facing a wave of industrial death that has destroyed everything else in its path. Not because you're brave, because you're tired of running from everything. The impact scatters across the wall like toxic paint. But something holds you together. Something stronger than chemical bonds. What pulls itself together from the chemical wreckage isn't Grimer anymore. Muck emerges from your scattered pieces. Heavy, stable, and absolutely terrifying. The Croconaw attacks, expecting the same weak prey. You drown it in your mass before it can blink. Not out of anger, just because you can. You went from being everyone's problem to being everyone's nightmare in the span of 30 seconds. Your companion stares at you with something new. Not fear. Respect. You saved them by becoming something you didn't know you had in you. Evolution wasn't something that happened to you. It was something that happened because of what you cared about. When the world tried to flush you away again, you said no and made it stick.